Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning. Okay, the sound is all right. Welcome to another live trading session. As you are already used to every Tuesday, coffee is ready, and we'll slowly start framing the markets and see what we can get here. Hello, 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 hello. Don't forget to hit the classic, smash the classic like button, and also go on Twitter and leave a comment. It's helping a lot the algo, please. We only have 5 comments. Damn me, we all only have 5 comments on Twitter and about 100 people here already. Go and leave a comment, guys. Say your stream you're ugly or stuff like that. All right. I'll give it one more minute because I want to start the analysis with a naked chart, and I'll give it one more minute before everyone hops up. We can deep dive into the analysis and see what we can get. Yeah, so go and leave a comment. 40 more seconds and we go. I guess I want everyone who would have liked to join to be here. All right, let's start. Let's start. 19 retweets. Come on, guys. 12 comments. You can do more. Okay, whatever. So let's start from scratch. All right, let's start from scratch with Bitcoin. All good. I think my chart is a bit. There you go. I needed to. Okay, let's go on weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, we can confirm we have a weekly demand here, 61,000 weekly demand, and we can confirm that we have a big supply here at 71,000. Also, if we look left side, big supply here of the previous range highs from 2024 here. All right. Now, if we look at the previous fair value gap tap, we can also get in consideration the April 2025 higher low. That one is not retested yet. And this makes me think that we are in a sort of a seek and destroy, but to the upside. So there is a probability for the price to violate this area and go here, just because we have some unfinished business with that April low. So there is a probability. I don't say it will happen. And if it will happen, man, I'll be glad because I can short from higher. All right. But until there, it's a long story, a long way up. I don't quite like the volume and the distribution of the profile because it's centered in the middle, so we have an equilibrium zone. We don't have extremities like, uh, let's say, build up nicely, let's say like Twin Peaks sort of volume. And this is usually a pattern for lots of chasing and trading here in the middle. So people, they are really, really, really chasing each move to the downside and to the upside. And this is one of the reasons why, for example, yesterday I was looking at this AMD profile here, and the volume profile has a lot to do with the fact that we didn't have the proper retest. Yeah, we didn't have the proper retest here. We just front run the levels. We had also the 4-hour FEG. Let me show it to you. Here in the 78.6, we didn't have the proper retest, but I think we will without the doubt. I think we will go back here in the BPR and test this area. But now let's see where the price is going. So in terms of resistance, I have a short from 7,500, as I publicly explained. That was my first shot. I framed it a few days ago. Not a problem if I'll take the stop loss, it's 0.5%. Okay, there we go. We sit inside the GP right now. So my short it's around here, and then stop loss 71,600, something like that. I'm targeting the lows. Yeah, I can easily hit the stop loss, that's not a problem. But I really liked the golden pocket and the key horizontal, how it was falling. Was falling really nice. And actually for me it was worth it going with a limit order. At that moment in time also I had this channel which I was looking at. Let me show you. But now it got a little bit invalidated, let's say, because we are just grinding higher. And I was looking at this channel also, and presumably yesterday I wanted a spike and then a deviation. But this is valid. It's not a setup that I wouldn't take. I would take the setup 10 times, 100 times, and I'll eat my stop loss gladly without a problem, without a worry. So I have 0.5. If I see a breakdown, if I see the price just going below, 1 second, give me the 4 hour and the previous day high. There you go. So if I see that the price is going below the previous 4 hour high, then it means we can get a deviation and the distribution wyckoff here, and I will start adding to my short. Also, we need to look from a channel perspective, and we can see it's just grinding higher and higher. I was looking at this one yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just an upward uptrending channel, nothing too fancy. And simplified, we can look for some structure on the other side of the trend line. But now then if we should look at this trend line here, and most likely we'll have something like this and bounce. And also I would look at this trend line. But this is the most valid one. Staircase up, yeah, that's what I expect. That's what I expect. Now, if we're looking at the 4 hours, I also have here, but that would invalidate my scenario because you can see the daily candle which created the fair value gap, the high of that candle is here, the Friday high. And I did expect the Friday high not to be taken now. Keep in mind what I say now. I expect it to be taken at some point in time. But what I was looking at, it was sort of a seek and destroy pattern, bounce here, then tap again the 4 hour FEG. This was what I was looking for. And if we would go something like this, I think a lot of people will go out of their minds because, you know, majority they cannot stand ranging markets where you pump 5%, you dump 6%, you pump 5%, and in the end the price is not ending up anywhere. But honestly, that's the most profitable environment to trade in. But I do get the public doesn't like it at all. Uh, Not retail because I'm retail too, but the ones who think like public because we are not thinking like them. Now for a high probability of what I was explaining a little bit earlier, we definitely have this 78.6, this short here at this key horizontal area. If we look left also, damn it, I have to go in back in 2024. If we go also in 2024, you can see it's a big, 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 big key horizontal area. So 71,900, 71.9, 72. You get the idea. So that's why I really like this area at 78.6. But that's another story. That's another setup. what I was looking for now, I told you it was framed 2 days ago, and it was implying the fact that we are sitting inside this downtrend channel. And we have just a spike and down. We'll see. I have 0.5. I can easily take my stop loss and then look for another setup without a worry. So another short attempt will come from my side around here at 72,200. The risk to reward is great. 5, 5, both of them have about 5 risk to reward. So actually it's worth the shot. Also, you can see in confluence with the plan on Bitcoin, I was looking at StefanB. We have uh, a Monday high pivot, and also, which now it's reclaimed. That's all right because actually it's better than my initial plan, which I had made it last night. Uh, why? Let me explain you. Well, yesterday we took this long. I don't know if you who took it with me. I posted this long. I think I posted it everywhere. I posted this. I had a 4-to-1, fixed 4-to-1. I posted this long everywhere. I took profits from it. And now what I'm looking for, it's actually previous week high raid. And that will also cause Bitcoin to go belly up. Let's say that this one is invalidated, but this one is pretty valid. Let's go 2 hours. And you can see we have previous week high rate inside a really nice area here. So sorry. Okay, this one is played out already. Bye bye. I'm looking for initial mid-range target here at 24,600. And what I would frame, I would look for a deviation first. I want to a 4-to-1, something like this. But first I'm waiting for the deviation. I'm waiting for the price to spike through the previous week high, and then I'm framing my short. So having that in mind, indeed, Bitcoin might have a little bit more steam to the upside here, but nonetheless, this is an area where I'm looking for shorts. I'm not aiming to long absolutely anything. It's not an area where you would like to look for longs. And what I will do is actually go with a limit order like I did now, 0.5%, then I go on a 5 minutes time frame. And I would look for a breakdown in the structure. I look at CVD to see if I have any CVD divergence. Uh, because it's a different screen that I have open. And what I saw this morning is that the price was strong. Respectably, I have to say the price was strong, even though I short. CVD was holding nicely. Yeah, CVD was holding nicely. And also Binance was bidding. So yeah, I'll potentially hit my stop loss, not a problem. And then I'll hunt again in the near session. But the price is still strong. CVD holding, spot buying pressure is there. So don't have any reasons to go big time short here. Not yet. All right. Yeah, right now I'm underwater 0.25. That's not a big deal. Okay. Now, if we zoom out a little bit more, so what I'm expecting. Well, I'm expecting the price to find the local top here at 72,000 or 75.3, and then we dump back to 64,000. That would be my plan, something like this, and then or something like this, and then we dump. That's the main scenario that I'm looking at. And as you can see, the risk to reward is pretty good. Once I see the price is confirming my setup, I can add back to a winning position, go with a 1% max risk, and I can easily make 2-3% profits. Okay. I'll do analysis on oil and stuff like that. By the way, if you want chart request, please go on the Twitter post and put your request down in the comment. All right. So here is where you put the request on that link. And you'll say, well, please can you do some analysis on oil on 4-hour time frame or Bitcoin 1-hour time frame and so on. All right. Let's get back to our Bitcoin chart. So that would be on Bitcoin. This would be a rare case. I don't know if we'll get this, but another SFP, man, I would absolutely love to short from higher. I would absolutely love to see a pump into 74,500. This 2025 April low, which we didn't retest it, that would be a real nice key level to get some shorts on. Until then, I'll play level by level. If you're a high time frame trader, yeah, I would wait for price to reclaim like below the previous 4-hour high and have an accumulation distribution wyckoff, sort of a distribution wyckoff. For the moment, we don't have anything. I keep it low risk. As for the longs, my main area where I'm interested for the longs, it's here at 78.6. We just left some equal lows. Here, Monday and Sunday low. This Sunday low is my key level. Inside is 4-hour FEG, which I pointed out earlier here. So here I will look for longs pretty aggressively, and I will even target even higher. Looking at something like this. Now, if the shit hits the fan, definitely we can just do like this, and the price goes to 65, or like here, yeah, you get what I'm saying. And then we get to 65. That's my main pivot area. I'll just trade what I have. I won't try to be a smart ass and predict anything because trading is not predicting. Trading is about executing what you see on the chart. Like for example, here I'm waiting for this previous week high rate on Nasdaq. Quarterly open, monthly open, previous week high. So yeah, I think it still has some steam left to the upside. If I'll get my stop loss here, then I'll just hunt at the New York session without a problem. All right. Okay. Let's go on Ethereum and see what we have here. 1 hour. I'm not deleting everything. Okay. So, okay, let's see. We have 61.8 about here. At 2097, that's an area which I'm expecting Ethereum to reject quite aggressively. We don't have any expansion to the upside to liquidate the shorts. So we just have a slow grind to the upside. We need a big wick to the upside, like an expanding volume. And that's usually the point where market makers are filling their short orders. And in the same time is the point where they are starting to sell spot. So it's really important. No, I wouldn't attempt, not necessarily Scalpio. Bendos, as you saw, all the news and all the headlines, but they are already behind what's happening in the price action. We know it will happen. These things will happen eventually. So regarding Ethereum, first area to hunt short it's 2097, and then I would look for this highs here at 2138. I really like to play the range, and I think we've been successfully trading this range for the last 30 days. And you can easily make money, but you need to know how to risk, how to take the trades. Do not hesitate when you have your plan made, just execute your plan. For example, here, if I go on 5 minutes and what I would look for on Ethereum, also I need to look at the sessions. Okay. So we have Asia high with New York PM high. This area would be a good take profit for New York opening. I think we have a good chance to sweep these lows, even into the London low. So we have lots of liquidity here. What I would look for, it's actually, let's see, maybe a big wick to the upside here and a deviation, and that would trigger a nice short setup and a good risk to reward, something like this. But we don't have anything yet on Ethereum. I'll wait for my red box first and a big wick to the upside. Let's put an alarm here, an alert. Okay. All right. As for longs, if you ask me on Ethereum, so I'll hunt shorts here for something like this. This is what I'll look for today. Yeah, they always do this. They always make public ape and create the impression that the price will never go back and everyone is just chasing the next candle. And then they are just taking the elevator down on the move. Also, if we look liquidity wise on Ethereum, we have exactly the same area which I was highlighting earlier, 2080, 2100, that area. It's a pretty good area here for a short. Let me, okay. Let me post on VIP 1 second for this one. All right. As for chasing, it's not my style because a lot of people ask me, well, this will not retrace. We have different tools like the TAG on 5 minutes, for example. You can see I was even speaking yesterday in the live trading session. Well, if you want to chase this one, you can easily chase with the TAG. Yesterday I opened the session around here, and you can see it gave an entry here, and look at the trend is still holding. But I do think we will get a climax, like a buying climax, like a point where they will start aggressively bidding And we can take this highs too, but we'll see how much strength the price is, because I do think the first area of resistance will be this equal highs here. And that would be my main area to start shorting. Right now, what I took, I explained earlier, it was a short which I framed 2 days ago based on this channel, downtrend channel, GP and the key horizontal, which I was having at that moment in time. Yeah, this area. And I saw someone ask me why you're not closing the short if you know there's a probability to go to stop loss, because I'm not doing that. That's a bad behavior, to put it like that. That's a bad behavior, and I prefer to take my stop loss because I don't risk too much on a trade. I prefer to take my minus 0.5% from my capital and then hunt the next trade than to just hop in and hop out from the trades as I don't know, like you feel, because a lot of people are saying, well, I feel like it will take the stop loss. Well, market doesn't care about your feelings. That's a sad story. And you will continue to do mistakes in that regard. Just don't care about the outcome. You execute what you see and what you have. Okay, let's see. Let's put an alarm here at the previous week high rate. I think this will be a pretty nice short. I think it will be a really nice short here. So we spoke about Ethereum. I didn't highlight it long on Ethereum though. We left perfect equal lows here, motherfuckers. They are doing this all the time on Ethereum. And what I don't like is that they're creating the impression that the price uh, will rally, leave the equal lows, and then they will dump it like crazy towards them. Also, I like this area. So I will hunt along around here and short here. TP1. That will be it. Well, I don't know what is an X group. I post my setups on VIP on Discord. And the plans, like the overall plans, I post them on X. I like these two ones. Saturday. Let me see where is the weekend low. Monday, Sunday, motherfuckers. Sunday low, Tuesday low, Friday low. Let's get them back. Yeah, I'll stick with this area here. I had a nice confluence this morning. I don't know if it was MM Crypto or who was, but he was having the liquidation price exactly where I was looking for longs. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't find anymore who it was, but it was actually funny. Ah, yeah, MM Crypto. He was having the liquidations. Let me show you. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they are true position, but whatever. I don't care. 180.49. So exactly here, roughly would fall exactly on this trend line when where I'm looking for longs. It's absurd. So you enter long, we're at 292. What the heck? You enter longs at 292. Breakout traders, longs here. Whatever. But Usually what happens is that they are driving the overall markets, and I think a lot of people are having longs from range highs. And what will happen when the price gets there? Not only that, smart money and market makers will start taking profits here, offload their spot, but the people who are actually underwater, they will start closing their position at break even, and that will cause uh, a big avalanche in the orders. All right. All right. So we have Bitcoin. We mapped the upcoming orders that I'm looking for, shorts and longs. We have so I'm looking at this short. This is I don't know if this will happen, but if I'll be sure to take it. But the main short that I'm looking for is this 72,000. The risk reward is absolutely great. So you can actually lose about 3 times and you still make money with a trade like this. Then I'm looking for a long at 64,000. Uh, Ethereum. Ethereum limit order, I would go around here. Let me also look at some volume profile. Yeah, this gap, Arno, I think they will have a hard time getting past this area. So even if we get a spike, go with 705. But I don't like the white stop loss, so I'd rather wait for a 5 minutes deviation of the trend line. And let's see the sessions. Monday high, London high. Let's wait. I'll wait for Asia close, and then maybe I'll hunt something. CTR. I need to offset this one with 1 hour. Yeah, but it's not working like that, I think. Whatever. Yeah, the hour change, it's a mess. Then Nasdaq, I'll wait for this previous week high raid. Let's look at gold a little bit. I'm not too interested, honestly. We are in a location where I wouldn't touch it. So I don't like the location for any new positions here. If I get for some longs, for example, I would like to see the price dumping around here in the discount area for some longs. So I really don't like it. US oil, we hit 113 perfectly tapped here. This week to the upside will require consolidation. So I think we'll get the same fractal like we had here. So we have it and slowly get to the upside until we find the top. This week's hardly ever will remain like that. So I'm looking for a limit order here at 75, 76 bucks. That would be a good area even here, but that's my main area, and we can target again 104, 113. Regarding my main thesis on ES, indeed, the range is still there and the market is still ranging, but I still do expect the market to find some reasoning behind a bigger dump here into 1100 or even here. The shorts have been paying pretty nicely, and I'll try to hunt again. If not today, I think Thursday will have some good chances at some shorting attempts. It's funny how when you're not winning 24/7, when you have an accuracy of, let's say, 70% or 65%, people, they are pissed off because you don't have an accuracy of 100%, and they just don't like that. I see Tommy posted a nice a nice framework analysis on Ethereum. I don't know if I can add it here. No, couldn't paste it. The image is too large. Actually, let me show you what my students are doing because their work is absolutely great. And I like the fact that it's beforehand. No one can say, well, oh, fuck, I cannot post it here. Should have sent me with a link. You should have put it there with a link, Tommy. And not only Tommy, Seb is doing the same stuff, but really, really good analysis from them. Really good analysis. I'm really proud of the quality of their trades. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm used to typing, live streaming because I'm doing this live stream already for, we have about 3 years of daily live streams. So I'm used to them. Okay, let's see. Tau 4 hours. Let's go and look at some shitcoins. Tau, previous week high, Monday high, nice. We have a Wyckoff distribution here. We can have one more attempt, yeah. And that's a 3.72. That's not bad. So I don't have yet a breakdown, so it might be a little bit premature. We can do something like this and then add a New York PM, maybe. We get the reversal which we are looking for. So I do think that it's a little bit premature to hunt more shorts than I already have at the moment because you can see Nasdaq didn't yet took the previous week high. So indeed we can have some attempts at shorts today, but I don't think that this is the session. Let's look at some shitcoins because we have already the plans mapped for Bitcoin, Nasdaq, yes. So Filecoin, I posted this short last week, if you remember. It's good in profits. I had an entry here, then I had another entry. Nothing I can do right now. I posted that entry. I explained the reasoning behind the setup. And now we should go for these equal lows here. Now it's exactly in the middle. You don't want to fiddle in the middle too much. What I don't like is that it's taking way too much time for the distribution to happen. They have been slow lately. But you know the thing with altcoins, they are slow and then in one day, everything is happening all of a sudden. Then AR is not too appealing. You can see USDT, we tapped exactly the area which I was looking for. So we have 7.07 tapped. That's the first area, which I'm looking for a bounce, and this will also give a correction in traditional in Bitcoin and Bitcoins. And then we have 7.6. So one of these two areas, I think it will be the catalyst for a dump in the markets. So I think we are in a good spot looking for shorts in the upcoming 10 hours. That's what I will do. Now, cheese, I had a nice attempt, a nice short here, a 10 to 1. Oh, look at it now. It's actually going for the previous month high. Well, this one, it's a good short once again. Let's go on 4 hours, 6 hours. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Really nice one. Let me post it. Nice for a 1 hour deviation of previous month high rate. Round two, because we successfully shorted here. Let's put this one too. If I get a trigger, I'll short. Then we can target previous quarter high. That's the next one. Not interesting. Doge, I have a long running on this one. We took profits. Then someone asked me where would I look for longs? I said another rate of the lows. There we go. Litecoin also, the squiggly wiggly short is looking pretty accurate right now. Um, I'm aiming for a retest of this week to the downside at 47 bucks. So I still think that Litecoin has more room for the downside here. This was the trade which I posted. All right. Atom, this the price action on this one has been really hectic. I took some stop losses on it. It's not as predictable as I was thinking. Also Solana, so I have Litecoin, Solana, and Filecoin. These are the shorts which I have on shitcoins. I still expect here Solana to go even lower. This is just a bearish retest. I wouldn't add necessarily to my winning position because I have enough trades open for the moment. Where I was Rose. I know someone asked me well, I had two longs here on Rose. I took the profits here. I don't know if this W confirms, maybe we can hunt, but I don't think it's the right period to start hunting altcoins. And my thesis, let's say, on Bitcoin dominance and the fact that this one is spending way too much time at 58%, which is a key pivot for me. You can see it here. 58 is the most important line in the sand here uh, for Bitcoin dominance. And I do think we'll get the same fuckery of a fractal like we had here. And we can pump into 67%, and then actually after we find the top, then we can enjoy a little bit of a good time in the altcoin space, but not before this 58.5 to be broken down. So altcoins will have to wait a little bit more and have to suffer a little bit more. All right. Now, let's see if I have any other shitcoins. Others. So this is a scenario which I want to speak about. It's a very important scenario. I do think we might get an AMD pretty soon on others, and I do think that altcoins might have uh, their 5 minutes, but it will be short-lived, sadly. That's the reality. But I do think they will have like a 40%, 50% bounce. But first, I think we need a dump, like a liquidation here of these late longs, sort of an AMD. What I like about them is that they are just consolidating. We are in a time-wise capitulation, and others is just sitting above the 10 by 10 week. This is good. The fact that we are not going below that pivot yet, because it can easily do something like this and says bye bye, and then we can speak about 101. But level by level, you know me, I don't like to jinx them and call for random levels or stuff like that. I like to play level by level. Uh, at some point in time, yes, I do think that the range highs will be happening, and the 10 by 10 week high, it will be taken. Really high probability for this one to happen. I don't know when. I really don't care when. But what I care about is the fact that I know I will position myself accordingly when this plan triggers, when I'll get something like this. Here at the lows, I'll seek to get on some spot. Not here. Definitely, I'm not looking to add spot here. Or if I get a more bullish confirmation, but that has to be also in according to Bitcoin, I'll start hunting a bullish market structure shift somewhere around here and then a retest. And I will look to position myself around here. But I do think they will have their 5 minutes somewhere in April, maybe. But firstly, I'm expecting a big dump, also in correlation with what I see on S&P. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Analysis on US oil, I analyzed it earlier already. I said we can get the same thing happening here. A big week to the upside, retest, and then slowly consolidate it before we dump further. Regarding charts request, please go on the post. Let's see how much are we into the live session. So we are already 1 hour into the live. All right, let's go for the chart request. Let me copy. So if you want chart request right now, go on this link and leave in the comments your chart request, and I will take the request. All right. And right now I'll go on X and I'll take it comment by comment. And let's start. All right, let's see. Let's read the comments and look for chart request. Doge. All right. Tao. All right, all right. We have plenty of requests. Let's go firstly on Doge. Dogecoin. And I'll do analysis on multiple time frames. Location wise, it's pretty good. You can see weekly time frame. We are definitely in deep discount, but I think daily it requires a little bit more work from it. Previously, we had rallies happening from a dual market, like you see here, just extensive time capitulation. Then we get a manipulation of the lows, and that's it. So I do think we will get the same the same scenario where we'll have a time capitulation. Everyone will get bored to death. Everyone will forget about them. And actually, that's the moment where you can make some good money. And regarding the low time frame, I was highlighting the setup here on Doge, an SFP, a rate of the lows into 78.6, which we had right here. Now I don't think it has the strength enough to go for the equal highs, but presumably that's what you're targeting. So for example, right now, what I look for, it's actually another internal retest. If you go on 1 hour, I would look for a long setup around here, the week retest, somewhere around here. Let's see, that's a 10R, which is not bad at all. You can actually, yeah, that's a good enough for me. 10 can give a little bit more room to the downside for a week, but I do think that this week should be safe if we get the setup. So actually, let's pause a trade because it's good enough for me, and I will take it. It's a real internal liquidity range. Classic play here. Let's post it, copy, altcoins, long, limit order 0.5, Doge USDTP, 4-hour time frame, entry, stop loss, PP, target plus 10 par. All right. So you can see from your ideas, I can identify pretty nice setups. All right. Damn, lots of comments going on here. Okay. All right. So we have Doge. Let's go to the next one. Bitcoin Nepeche. Oh my God. I don't like to. I mean, come on. I don't know. There are so many other coins in this space where we can look for. No, I'm not interested. It left equal lows here. Tap in this box, which I'm in these lines, which I'm highlighting, and maybe I get interested. Until then, I'm not interested to chase this shitcoin. If the shitcoin I expect to go to zero, so why I would chase up here? I see no reasoning. Go for it. All right, let's go to Tao USDT, 4 hours. Opa, 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 opa. So Tao, what I was explaining, it's actually looks great for a setup here. I think the price will try to consolidate a bit the week to the upside, or even take the previous month high. There is a pretty good chance for the price to take the previous week high. And let's work with this one. Then we'll have the equal lows. So if we get a chance for a short setup here, I think it will be a pretty good one. Somewhere around here, then you target all the lows and you end up with about 6.3 R. I'm not taking I don't know if I will not repeat it again, fuzzy. I'm not taking chart requests from this chat. I'm taking the chart requests from the comments on the post that I posted in the comments on the Twitter. And I'll not repeat it again. All right. So Tau, I do think it has two areas here of main interest. Absolutely. Now we are speaking about the Monday high deviation. You can see the price, it's actually confirming the Monday high deviation on 4 candles of 1 hour. But what I don't like is that it's holding pretty good, and it's not breaking down, but it's consolidating. But if you want to go with an attempt, you have a 3.12 here, which is not bad. It's a pretty good risk to reward ratio. And then I'll be looking for that 217 area. Let's pause this one too. Short tau. All right. Let's go on the next one. Yeah, that would be it. I'm not interested in anything else here. Can look at Doge. I did took a look at Doge. Check Tau. Much higher. Oh my God, these are the Wiz Moon boys. Tau to 4 digits. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Tau to 4 digits. No, thank you. Much higher. Okay. Guys, play level by level. You'll never make money calling for random levels for higher and higher. But you'll make money playing level by level in good ranges. Gas? Never heard of gas. Yes, let's see. Hmm. Location, not bad. Is this the 10 by 10 event week? Yeah. Oh my God. This looks disgusting. Yeah, he's there. Oh my God. It looks ugly. We have a 4 hour W going on. But man, these equal lows. Uh, you know, it feels retarded from my side to beat so many equal lows on a shitcoin. It just feels off for me to do that. I'll try to, let's put an alarm actually here, an alert. I'll only take a shot there. Can you take a look at near? Looks solid on daily. Let's check it out. Near. Well, yeah. Let's see what the heck I have here. I have some random drawings back from 2022, some key levels from 2022. Here I have some spot analysis that is looking pretty good, risk to reward wise. But you can see it's exactly on the wrong side of the trend line. On the wrong side of the trend line. Yeah, indeed, it's looking all right. Looking like a bottomish formation. But it's not on the good side of the trend line. So it might need more time. All right, let's go in the comments. Thank you for everyone who retweeted and comment. Thank you very much. Yeah, not too many charge requests. I do understand that market is not that easy, and can look at CLED. What the heck is CLED? Come on, guys. They're making fun of me. No, thank you. It's looking bad. I wouldn't bid this one, not even if you give me $3 to put on it. So people they still don't uh they still have the risk appetite towards shitcoins. It's absolutely insane. I wouldn't do anything else than just short shitcoins. Learn to short, guys. It's a very good skill. It's a very, very good skill. Also, the plan which I pointed out for Bitcoin and Ethereum falls pretty nicely with USDT dominance and falling back inside this 7.5. Learn how to take it step by step, especially in an environment like this. You don't want to have big targets. You want to play level by level. Trim partials, add back to your winning position. Learn how to compound your profits and don't go all over your head in a position. Don't try to have emotions when you're trading because that's how you are destroying a good trade. Adding opinions to it and adding emotions. Regarding who wants to join Discord, I will post a link on Twitter after this. I don't know, good luck applying. The chances are pretty slim, and I like this. I like this because the community is so clean. I only have about 10% chance to get in, but that's how it has to be. That's how it has to be. PJ is doing an astonishing job in this regard and keeping the quality at this level. It's the highest quality of a community that I've ever seen. So it has to remain like that. Let's see. Yeah, we closed our Asia session, but we still don't have anything. So presumably I'm looking for another sweep of Asia high here. And maybe that would trigger some more shorts. I think it's exactly the same case for Bitcoin. Yeah, maybe we even have some SMT where Bitcoin is taking the highs and Ethereum not, and that would also will trigger a short low time frame setup somewhere around here, and we can actually look for something like this. And target Asia low. But let's see first Ethereum, Bitcoin taking it. We don't have any indication that the price might want to dump. Binance is still bidding, so it's looking fine for the moment from a bullish perspective. We don't have any reasonings to go like all in bearish, stuff like that. Near on weekly, yeah, Tommy, I saw Near is looking pretty nice on daily also, and on weekly is looking pretty good. We have that weekly W going on. So the location for bidding Near at $1, it was a pretty good, and the risk to reward is pretty good on Near spot wise. I have more than enough near on spot. But yeah, it's looking very good. Yeah, we don't have SMT yet, so no reason for the short yet. Didn't took the high. Well, I think the real fun will start at the New York session. So we need to wait for the New York session because I see no sign of distribution from the market makers, and Binance is still bidding. Come on, give me the damn SMT. Maybe I take a little scalp here. I want to see a big wick to the upside and rejecting below Asia session high. Okay, Ethereum stay below, please. Okay, let's see they are offloading spot. Yeah, Binance already started to sell a little bit here. But still, the CVD is not looking bad. The CVD is not looking bad. Yeah, we have a rejection. I'll take a little short on Ethereum here. Targeting monthly open. Who knows? I'll get this free fast. Oh, some spot selling coming in here on this week. From the ones and only. This is what they are doing all the time. They are doing the same pattern. They are trying to weak out everyone, and they are just distributing on those weeks to the upside. Let's see. I went with 0.25 on this one just for the sake of it. I like a lot these lows. They might not be taken. Honestly, they might not be taken until maybe New York PM. But man, the risk to reward is worth it because these lows they will be taken with a pretty high probability. These four lows: Asia, New York PM, and London lows. We have such nice liquidity pool, and that it's such a nice setup. You actually have your target for the take profits on the shorts that you're taking, and they are lining up uh, absolutely perfectly there. Well, watching the paint dry. Yeah, as I was highlighting, I do think that the best probability we'll have into the New York session in about 4 hours from now, 5, 6 hours from now, and not in this moment in time specifically. Two 2011. Let me check something. 190, 1990. That's Yeah, we have some liquidity, but I see that the first point it's 2010 bucks, which is roughly here. Yeah, that's a good key horizontal actually. We are looking at. Yeah, and I think it's a 38.6. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that would be the first area for a quick bounce here. And then here. All right, I don't want to bore you to death, guys. Um, I think the best probability, as I said earlier, wait for the New York session, wait for Nasdaq to raid the previous week high. That would be the best and highest probability setup that we can take. Also, in confluence to that, wait for USDT dominance to hit 7.6. And also, let's zoom out here, wait for Bitcoin to hit 72,000. So these three confluences would all together would bring a pretty nice confluence on the table and will give us enough reasoning so we can hunt further. Without this, it's just premature execution. If you try if you try something, just go low risk. You can always add back to a winning position. Uh, Shaved head? What's a shaved head? Shaved head. Never heard of shaved head. Yeah, my area for a short is 2000, 2.1, 2.84. And as I said earlier, the risk to reward is pretty good. So I do think it's worth hunting an intra-session trade around that area. Ah, Maribozu, candle without a wick, flat tops. Yeah, here. Shaved head. Yeah, 281, we have one there. Yeah. Yeah, I said earlier, they are. I expect this area to be tapped at the New York session. But yeah, we need to wait and see what we can get until then. And honestly, I would look for this area for longs. Maybe if we don't get this short area, we can hunt an SFP of this London pivot low and monthly open and look for a long and then again, target again this area. I think it's a pretty good confluence for the New York session. Until then, have patience, please. Don't try to put too much risk on the table. If you are already, I took this short with 0.5%. It's not a big deal. If I'll take my stop loss, I'll take it. It's worth it for me. In my books, this is a good confluence for a short, but it is what it is. Now I'll just have to eat my stop loss, or maybe we actually deviate the previous 4 hour high. Who knows? In the Monday high, I take my TP1 here. I'll take my take profit one here at the previous 4 hour low. That being said, enjoy the rest of the day. See you in 4 hours from now with PJ at New York trading session. Have patience for the New York for the New York session to open, because I think that's when the high probability setups will take place. Don't try to ape randomly position. That being said, thank you very much for tuning in and hear you in 4 hours from now. Bye bye.